Hey guys, so I just wanted to take a couple of minutes today and go through the AAPC official practice exams and show you guys a couple of things that you may not know are available to you whenever you purchase the practice exam from AAPC. Now, whether or not you choose this from Legacy Education, where we are an AAPC approved and licensed program, so we can offer these types of purchases to you guys, or you purchase it directly from AAPC, then this is going to be the exact same format. It just may be different questions depending on the version of the practice exam that you purchase. This is a practice exam that is available if you are a student of Legacy. It is the PMCC CPC student. So like I said, it is one of those things that you may have, the practice A, practice B, practice C, all the way A through D or 1 through 6. So once you open up and click on the link, then you're going to come down here all the way at the bottom, and then it's going to ask you to launch your practice exam. Once you click here, it will open up and do like a connectivity check, make sure that everything is good. This is also going to happen whenever you go into your actual official exam as well. You will click on proceed, and then this is going to give you the breakdown of your exam. So this is 50 questions on all of your practice exams. You do have a 2-hour time limit because your normal certification exam is going to be 100 questions, 4 hours. So this is essentially just split in half. You'll see the breakdown here. For the CPC exam, you just multiply it by 2. Okay. So once you get all the way down at the bottom, you're going to click on I am ready to begin. This is going to bring up your exam. Okay. There's a couple of things that I want to show you in this exam platform that, like I said, a lot of people do not know are possible to do within the exam. When you come up on your first question, this is going to tell you what section you are in. This is your medical terminology section. You have 2 total questions for medical terminology, and we are on question 1. If you click on this 3 little lines here, then it opens up the menu on the right-hand side. You can see how many questions are in each section, and then the question that you are on is going to be shaded in a black. Okay. Now, watch this. Whenever I click on flag this page, because let's say I may not know the answer to this question, whatever section we're in, I may not know the answer to this question. If I flag this page, watch this turn from a number to a flag. And then this turns orange and it says unflag this page. So I can continue to move on and come back to this question later if I want to. I'm going to hit submit page, and it's going to ask me, I have not answered this question. Do I want to complete or do I want to continue? So yes, I'm going to hit submit now so that I move to the next question. This is not submitting the exam. I know the first time that I saw that, I was like, no, I don't want to submit the exam. So you want to submit the question, and it's going to move to the next one. Now, you can see that my question number has now moved over to the shaded black in number 2, but now my question that I flagged is an orange flag. This just helps visually help you remember which ones as you come over here at the end, and you're like, okay, I need to go back and I need to figure out how many questions I have flagged and where they are because I don't remember. This will open it up and this will show everything for you. Okay. So you can continue to go through your questions. I'm just selecting answers. I'm not even reading the question, right? So I'm going through and I'm answering some questions here real quick. Now look, any question that I have answered is grayed out. My orange is still flagged and my black shaded is now moving along. Okay, let's say I want to skip the coding guideline sections. I can skip around. I know I'm less strong in 30,000. I can totally skip that section if I want to, right? I can answer some of them. I can go and do whatever I want to do. Now, once you are here, okay, then there's a couple things over here on the right-hand side that I want to show you as well. You have a calculator. If you have to do square centimeters, if you have to add things and we're in the exam and our brain does not want to comprehend single math. We have a calculator that is available to us so that you can you can do those simple calculations fairly quickly. Now, I have a lot of students that will ask, can I have a piece of paper that I can jot down my answers on so that I don't have to, remember what I'm flipping back and forth and what I have eliminated and what is still an option. You cannot bring in loose paper with you or a pen into the exam. It just protects the integrity of the exam. But they have given you a notepad. You can come over here and you can put in your ABCD. You've ruled out B and you've ruled out D. This is where you can have that visual reminder of what answers you have ruled out so that you don't accidentally incorrectly rule something out because you thought that you were looking at another line. Okay, so this notebook pad, this here is a huge asset for you as a test taker. Now, one of the big things that a lot of people do not realize is this E&M calculator. This will be available to you during your exam. If you are not super strong in your evaluation and management and your medical decision making and calculating the time and figuring out what's included and what's not included in each level, even though it's in your CPT book, sometimes your brain just does not remember things. So what you can do in this E&M calculator, you can come out here, you can select whatever date it is, okay? Let's say we're looking at a new patient in the office. You're going to select your type of service as your office visit, and then you're going to select new patient. And then you're going to click save. And it's now going to take me to the list of my medical decision making. I have a patient that is coming in for a diabetes check, and their blood sugars are normal, and they are a stable patient. They don't have elevated, anything like that. They are one stable chronic illness. Then you come down here to your amount and complexity of data. We're going to go ahead and check the A1C and their blood glucose. That is 2 unique tests. That's 2 points. We don't have assessment requiring an independent historian. We don't have a category 2, and we do not have a category 3. So my number automatically updates here. Now let's go to our risk. For the risk, we are evaluating and saying that their insulin is stable, and we're going to continue the current dosage. That is going to be our prescription drug management because we are continuing the current dosage. They are evaluating it. They are making sure that it is all the correct information still. And then once we've done that, you now know that you have a low complexity. If you hit save, it's going to move it over here to your final code level. Again, make sure in this page, make sure you have the correct type of service, so the correct place that we're doing it, and then also the correct type of visit. New patient, established patient, initial hospital, subsequent hospital, whatever it might be. And then you're going to come down here, and it's going to show you again your individual levels and then your overall level of medical decision making. And if you have the correct information chosen up here, it will not only give you your overall MDM, it's going to give you your code as well. I know a lot of students will stress and they will struggle on the evaluation and management and the leveling of MDM. So this is a huge tool that is out there for you. You do not have to be in your practice exam in order to learn how to use this calculator. You can go to aapc.com, and when you are on aapc.com, the software and services, and then go to calculators and tools. Out here on this calculator and tool, you have your E&M calculator. It is the exact same thing. So if you have not purchased a practice exam and you want to practice with this E&M calculator, then go out here to aapc.com, software and services, and then to the calculators and the tools, and then practice with your E&M calculator here. Again, it is all the exact same thing. Okay, it's laid out exactly the same. It's just not in a half of a window format. Now, let's say you're over here and you're like, hey, I remember I had something flagged, but I don't remember what it is. All you have to do is click on contents, and this will tell you, again, your gray is any question that has been answered. Black is the one that you have or that you are currently on over here on the left-hand side. And then your orange is anything that is flagged. So I want to go back to question number 1. I want to answer my question, and then I want to unflag my page. And then if I move to the next one, it now marks it as an answered question. Now, once you are completely done with this, I know I have not answered all of my questions, okay? But once you are completely done with this, you do have an exam timer here that goes through as like counting down, basically helping you figure out what your timing is and how much you're spending on each question. Once you're done, you're going to click settings and you're going to click on end. Now, I know I have a lot of questions that are unanswered. I have a lot that I probably am going to get wrong because I wasn't even reading the question. I was just choosing. So I'm just going to hit submit now. And then it's going to grade it for me. It's going to tell me what answers I got, or not what answers. This is going to give me the breakdown. So whenever you see people saying I got a 10% on or a 33% on, the 50,000 series and a 40% on, whatever other series, this is where they're getting that breakdown from their practice exam. And then you can click on review my results, and it will go through and it will show you your answers. And then it says show feedback, and it gives you your rationale for each one. Now, again, I know I did not answer a lot of questions. I did not even read, so I barely got anything right. But once you get through them, then it will show you the answers and the rationale. Now, keep in mind, it is only going to show you the correct answers and the rationale for the questions that you completed. If you leave anything blank, then it will not show the rationale and the answers, because they don't want you to just take the exam, not answer anything, and then get everything, get all the feedback and do all of that. So they want you to at least attempt your questions so that you can test your knowledge, your true knowledge, versus just getting those answers and studying the answers. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions whatsoever about practice exams, do not hesitate to reach out, comment below, shoot me a message, shoot me an email, anything that you have, I'm happy to answer. Y'all have a good day.